Welcome, joyful creators, to the Crochet Stitch Bible. This is a gift from my dear friend Kelly, and this is the Crochet Stitch Bible, the essential illustrated reference over 200 traditional and contemporary stitches with easy-to-follow charts. It is by Betty Barnden, and first off, isn't that just a beautiful cover? And here is the binding, and this is the back. So let's take a look. The Crochet Stitch Bible. It's just a very beautiful book. And it looks like it was published in 2004. And here's our table of contents. And there's an introduction page. And it talks about how to use the book, crochet essentials, like using hook sizes, yarns, tips, how to begin, talks about how to hold the hook, how to hold the yarn, making a slip knot, basic stitches, basic techniques like working in rows, joining in a new yarn, changing colors, fastening off, seams, back stitch seam, slip stitch seam, single crochet seam, working in rounds, chain ring, stitch variations, working several stitches in the same place, working into one loop, joining shapes with picots, inserting between stitches, spike stitches into a chain space, raise stitches, working several stitches together, the puff stitch, the bobble stitch, the cluster stitch, the popcorn stitch, the picot, the bullion stitch, working in the reverse direction, lengthening stitch loops, the Solomon's knot, the lucky stitch, locking, excuse me. And then it talks about variations on the foundation chain, Tunisian stitches, the Tunisian simple stitch, the Tunisian knit stitch, the Tunisian purl stitch, measuring gauge, blocking crochet, crochet aftercare. And this is what I love. It shows all the different stitches that it offers. It's got basic stitch patterns, textured stitches, fans and shells, mesh and fillet stitches, open works and lace stitches, trims and edgings, clusters, puffs and bobble stitches, spike stitches, relief stitches, multicolor patterns, squares, shapes and motifs, and special stitches. And if you'll notice, under each one, it gives page numbers and the number. And then you can flip. So let's just say, let's go take a look at Let's see. I'll tell you what, let's see if I can find the one that I actually am doing right now. Let's see. Right here. I am making a blanket currently using this stitch from this book. So let's go find page 66 and stitch 22. And here we go. This is the pattern that I'm doing, and I'm doing it from this book. And it's the woven stitch, and it'll tell you, how many stitches you need in your chain. So in this one, you need an even number of stitches. Then it gives you the symbols if you want to follow it in a chart form, and then it gives you the written instructions on how to do it. The thing I love is over here, it gives a stitch key. For example, it shows you that that's a chain, that's a single crochet, that is an extended single crochet, and then special stitches, and then it tells you what it is, 2-link extended single crochet. But after you go through all of those pages of what we saw in the beginning, at the very end here, it goes into abbreviation and symbols. So it breaks down even more those symbols. So if you have a graph pattern and maybe not the written instructions, you can use these symbols in this book to figure out that graph pattern. And then it goes to explain the arrangements of the symbols. And then the American and the English equivalent terms. For example, a single crochet for us will be a double crochet for the English. Okay. And then it has a glossary that gives you the definition of certain words. For example, crochet, a continuous thread worked into a fabric of interlocking loops with the aid of a hook, the act of working such a fabric. Knitting needle, normally used in pairs for knitting, a slim shaft of metal, wood, or plastic with a smooth point at one end and a knob at the other, available in many sizes. And again, it gives page numbers to show things. Let's see, what's another one? Here's something I just learned. Relief stitches, another name for raised stitches. Okay. A tapestry needle, a needle with a large eye and a blunt tip. Wrong side of the work, the side of the work that will be the wrong side of the finished piece. So, cool. And then you have an index. So if there's something specific you're looking for, you can come in here and look it up. And credits, it says the author would like to thank DMC Creative World for kindly supplying the yarns used in the stitch collection. Also thanks to Coats Crafts UK for the hooks and accessories. All photographs and illustrations are the copyright of Quarto Publishing Place. While every effort has been made to credit contributors, Quarto would like to apologize should there have been any omissions or errors. I love it when people give credit to where credit is due. I'm going to flip back to page 14 because that was the one that was showing up a lot. And this is where it shows us the accessories. And it was talking about the darning needle, or the tapestry needle, and then the crochet hook, knitting needles. But anyway, that is an awesome, awesome book. So I thought I would share it with all of you because it was cool, and I will definitely use this a lot. And I believe she purchased this off of Amazon. But it says the Crochet Stitch Bible. Over 200 crochet stitches are explained in full, each accompanied by a photographed sample row-by-row instructions and easy-to-follow symbol charts. Additional chapters on basic techniques and materials, a stitch selector, and a how-to-use section provide clear guidance for beginners and experts alike. Betty Barndon is a freelance needlecraft designer whose crochet designs have appeared in many magazines and have been published by prestigious yarn companies. She has written books on knitting and embroidery and continues to inspire crochet fans the world over. And that's pretty. All right. Thank you for joining me for this review on the Crochet Stitch Bible. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I will enjoy this book tremendously and will get lots of use out of it. I encourage you to get a copy for yourself to help inspire and assist you in making your own joyful creations. And if you enjoyed this review, please give this video a thumbs up. If you are not a part of the Joyful Creations family, I would love to invite you and welcome you in. Just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And until the next book viewing, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, and make your own joyful creations. I'll see y'all again soon.